An advisory against swimming was posted again at a Soundside site in Beaufort County after state officials say they found excessive bacteria in the water. The Department of Environmental Quality announced the advisory is for the public access to Pantego Creek at the intersection of East Main and Tooley Streets in Belhaven. It was issued due to bacteria levels exceeding state water standards. The most recent advisory issued for the same location was back in April. People swimming or playing in waters with elevated levels of bacteria have an increased risk of developing illness or skin infections, according to a news release. The department said the entire Pantego Creek area will not be closed or affected, but signs will be posted within 200 feet of the advised areas. State officials will continue testing the site and remove the signs when levels have decreased below the standards.